What's up, Chroma Clubbers and Doodle Clubbers? Embrace the power of the doodle. Okay, well, guess what? We're going to do a little of Quest Week, and then the new series, which is Get Help from DCH, CCH, from CCH. We'll answer some of those questions, and then finally end off with some Ask CCH questions and songs. So let's get started. A lovable, derpy Nightwalker. Let's see what you got. It's a quest to find the legendary glow-in-the-dark marker in the Ocean Temple. Okay, your goal is to get to the ocean biome or the temple. In order to get there, you must defeat the Doodle Monster, which is a magic pencil that when it draws, its drawing comes to life. You must destroy the pencil, therefore defeating the boss, opening the portal to the Ocean Biome Temple. And then the prize you win is the legendary glow in the dark marker. I like that idea. I think it's cool. It's exciting. I'm going to go ahead and approve it. And let's see if we can just do a couple more. Ed's Horror and Ed's World Trash. Let's see how this is. Side Quest 1. You must help Kagi get the key to a secret room to find something special. Side Quest 2. Use your reward to open the gate to the dove. And if you do it, you get 100,000 gold. Okay, and this is the quest. You must kill the evil black dove. Okay, and then there are these side quests. Okay, which could be interesting. So I like that idea, but I think it needs to be morphed a little because you suggested something that I haven't seen before. I'm going to go ahead and approve it. And let's see if I can do one more, which is by Flame. I think I actually did say I would cover Flame and may have said I may cover Foxy Girl, so we'll see. Save the kitten from the fire. Go into the Pet World portal. Rainbow and Gold Gel. Look for the Flaming Castle and put a fire portal on it, or fire and lava gel. Find the kitten in the flaming building and take them out, which could be interesting. And you'll win a medal in Kitten's Trust who will become your pet. So I like the general idea, maybe you go find, like it's a pet quest, or you go find a dragon or something else or whatever, or a sticker for a dragon or something else. So I think we're going to have to modify your thing a little, but okay, so I'm cool with this quest. I'm going to go ahead and approve it. And I think that's it. I did say I was going to cover a couple more, and I think I've already done that, but maybe as a preview for next time, we will cover some from Foxy Girl and Hermione Granger. And if you want yours covered and I haven't covered yours yet, feel free to let me know, post on my wall. Now on to Get Help from CCH, which is something that I'm going to have to go to the jobs and go to Get Help from CCH. And let's see. Okay, the Godly Girl plus Wonder Woman and Captain America Fangirl asks DCH, I want to start a YouTube account, but my parents are worried that certain content will pop up after I sign up for an account. I've told them I wanted one, and they asked me why. I want to make people laugh and do spoofs and give advice and sing. Jump on my trampoline and do weird interviews with myself in blogs. What do you think I should do to convince them? Normally I'm not one to follow a crowd, but my class all have one. And I would like to compliment on my friends' vids and yours and subscribe. Please help. Well, first of all, I'm just going to tell you personally, I'm moving away from YouTube. At least that's the plan. We'll see what happens. But there are a couple options. One is actually in the Doodle world, you'll be able to make your own videos. That's the plan. And there'll be like a video marker and video stickers and stuff like that. And so you could start your channel there. And remember, I don't know if you want a successful channel where you have a huge following, but to get a huge following, you really have to get in early on the next big thing, I feel, or start the next big thing. Because now on YouTube, a lot of people have got a channel, and I see it. I see the kids, at least in Doodle Club and Chroma Club, they've got their own channel, but they don't really post regularly anymore, and they have a few views, and maybe that'll change. Maybe it'll be more popular, but you have to figure out a unique thing. It's like, have you heard of Musical.ly maybe, right? Just think about the Musical.ly people. If they said, maybe we should start a YouTube channel to get views, they would be thinking wrong because by the time they were, because they were already too late to the party. So they created Musically, and Musically is it's like its own little video site that's super popular. And what's funny is they get more coverage on YouTube because of it. So I don't know if going on YouTube, taking the path that everyone has already taken is the best path to actually get your voice heard. So that's one dimension to look at your issue. The other thing is that, look, I don't understand why you think that asking people in a logical and non-creative and non-inspiring way is going to help. When you start asking people for stuff or your parents for stuff in a way that you've asked them for everything else in life, what do you think they've told you already? The default behavior is probably no, because they can't say yes to everything. If you really want to do all the stuff that you're saying on that channel with all the videos, make people laugh, blah, 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 guess what? You may not have a YouTube channel, but honestly, have you made any videos right now that you've showed to your family, that you've showed to your sister to make at least her laugh? Or to your friends in school, show them during lunch or whatever to make them laugh. First you give, then try to get. You're trying to get, and you've done. I feel like you're taking this, and maybe I'm just projecting my own mistakes that I've made onto you. But look, sometimes I wish like, oh, I wish I had all this, and then I'll finally do it. Sometimes you got to make do with what you have so that you can finally get what you want. And we're going to cover this later on in the video, but look, PewDiePie, he wanted to just make videos and share them with other people, make videos of video games and kind of share them with other people. He quit university and worked at a hot dog shop until he could do it. So it wasn't perfect for him either. It wasn't like YouTube called him up and said, hey, you want to make it? You want to make videos, like video game videos? Like, do that. And you know what? We'll pay you $7 million, because you know what? That's what he made, at least probably last year. He's like one of the highest paid YouTubers, but he had to find a way. And the way he found it was to find a unique path. What you're trying to do is you're trying to ask for something that is inspiring, that everyone would want, but you're not willing to be unique about it. So in that way, you need to start giving right now. You don't need to be starting to ask. You need to start giving. And when I say giving, I mean, where's the video? Like, try to entertain your sister. If you're on good terms with your sister, try to entertain her, make videos for her. Maybe you and your family have dinner every night. Maybe you can show them videos, like just a quick 1 or 2 minute video. Just say like, look, fine, I don't have a YouTube channel, but let's just see, just check out my little pseudo channel, my real world channel, and then just show them little funny videos that you make and inspire them. Because I promise you, if you actually do a lot of that, um, even if they say no, even after you do all that, it doesn't matter. You'll be prepared for the opportunity you will get when it happens, when the opportunity comes. But I understand that these approaches don't directly get you to get a YouTube account tonight or tomorrow, but they are approaches you can take, because obviously it seems like asking for a YouTube account constantly to your parents has not worked. So I would recommend these approaches. One approach is, like I said, go to another venue and try to just make videos there. Build your audience or your experience through that, whether it's through the Doodle World, if we put it in there, or some of these other sites or apps or whatever, or two, well, actually just wait for the Doodle World. I don't know about these other sites. I can just tell you, in the Doodle World will allow you to do that. And in fact, who knows, maybe your friends will be able to get on it and then they can watch your videos too, because that way you don't all need logins. Because I know logins feel heavy. Okay, and the other approach that I said is start entertaining your real world friends or your real world family. You can do that for free. You don't need a YouTube account. You've got a video camera. You've got like some kind of video device or some tablet that can do video probably. Do that. Make videos. Entertain them. Then maybe they'll sense where you're coming from. But don't just talk. Okay, that's all I can say. And secondly, I've never seen you give advice to anyone on Doodle Club. So don't tell me that you want to give advice, because otherwise you would have found a way. PewDiePie found a way. You can find a way. You can give advice here. You can give it, and I'm not trying to say it to promote Doodle Club. What I'm saying is, like, look, do it in any other game. Work there. I'm not saying it's going to be the final starting point, but at least you can develop your skill set so that when the opportunity comes, you're prepared. um, and you don't mess it up and whatever. And the opportunity may not be YouTube, because you really are just saying you want a place where you can comment on stuff and whatever, and you can relate to all the other people in your class. That may not be YouTube, it might be other stuff. Just letting you know. Things change. Okay, Azrael Dreamer asks, I need help with a story project on Doodle Club because I want to upload a photo from real life. Okay, do you have the photo uploader? First, you need to get the photo uploader, and then you fill it out. And if it gets approved, you'll get a link. Get the photo uploader, and then let me know. I think for this get help from CCH, some of these are going to be step-by-step things. So I can only give you the first step. You do it, and then you post again in the next get CCH, and I'll answer the next step. Okay, Lion Blaze for Life kind of has an off-topic comment. Some of these, it wasn't quite clear. I don't think they got what I was asking, so I'm going to skip them. But Aliyah says YouTube channel. Okay, I know you need help with it. I know you have a YouTube channel, but what exactly do you need help with? Is it subscriptions? Is it getting more views? Is it content? You let me know. Post that in the next get help from CCH, and then I can give you as specific details and feedback, kind of like I did with Godly Girl. Okay. Okay, now these last two are right here, which is the Fluffy Swirl. Hello, DCH. I have found myself wanting to get a life, as I spend all day sitting on my bed, doing rubbish on the internet. Any advice? Um, you know what the funny part is that actually all of real life is now on the internet. Because it's so expensive to go outside and deal with people in the real world. You have to pay look, if I want to go sit in like a coffee shop, I probably have to pay $2 to $5 to maybe sit for 30 minutes or an hour. You can stay and sit in Doodle Club or Chroma Club for 5 or 10 hours for free. So that's why most people are just doing all their stuff on the internet, honestly. So really the question is you want to do something constructive on the internet. You don't want to be on the internet watching stupid stuff, reading depressing stuff, interacting with people who are bringing you down. So the real question then is, what are things you're passionate about, so that we can figure out things that you can do on the internet that are constructive related to what you're passionate about. And that could be the first step. You might be able to do little things related to your passions on the internet to help other people, or be constructive about that. So you do that, and and do that maybe on my wall, post it, and then I can answer in more detail on what to do next. But don't feel bad. But don't use the internet in a bad way. Use it in a constructive way. Use it to pursue your best self, your best passions, and your best ideals. Because it seems to accelerate a lot of that for a lot of the people who want to be a better person or a better self. So that's what I can suggest at this point. So post on my wall what your passions are and what you would like to do, and we'll figure out the next step for that. Finally, Steven Universe asks, I need advice for my YouTube channel. I want to post certain stuff on my YouTube channel, but I'm scared of losing the subscribers. I have now or get some subscribers from the other stuff I do, and then lose a whole lot from the thing I want to do, even though I know other people who cover the thing I want has a lot of subscribers themselves. Well, first of all, making stuff that other people are already making may not always work. It works if you can do it quickly enough, or if you have a really unique angle on it. But if I was to act like Dan TDM, I promise you, I don't think I'm going to get too many more subscribers. I might, honestly, if I play video games, I might get a lot of subscribers too. So I'm not saying that's an invalid situation. But look, there are two ways to do this, I feel. One option is to actually just do bonus videos on your current channel and just say, look, this is a little experimental. Let me know what you think. As long as the videos that you're going to make would relate to your current audience, then it's fine. And just say, and see what they think. Have them give you feedback and see what they think, and just make it a bonus video, not something that replaces your current video, the current release schedule that you have, but just something, an additional bonus. Get feedback, refine it, and see what happens, and then decide if you want to take the channel in that direction or not. If you do want to take the channel in that direction, that's it. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to just be upfront and just say, this is what my channel is about. Boom. Accept it or unsubscribe. And I know it hurts, but then eventually the people who want to subscribe and are mutually aligned with your own passions will subscribe and you'll have a better interaction with them. I had to do the same with my channel, by the way. Because at first I was doing programming tutorials for how to make video games, but at a point I felt the same thing as you. I wanted to focus on the Chroma Club and Doodle Club players, and I needed to figure out a way to do that. And I was like, oh, how do I do that without losing all of my subscribers and this and that, whatever. And at first I did, and plus it also, I felt it would feel awkward to all the people who've subscribed to the first set of videos on programming tutorials to see Doodle Club stuff and Chroma Club stuff. So I was a little skeptical about it, but look, it feels weird at first, but then ultimately the transition I feel worked better for me, just where I needed to go in my life, and now I have more subscribers, but it's not like a lot more subscribers. But look, you can transition your channel. It's fine. You're just gonna have to be upfront about it and let them know. And I guess the third option is to start another separate channel, but I think the first two options are ways that you can do it in a way that works with the channel that you have right now. So I hope that that helps. Let me know if you need any more clarifications on that. Now on to Ask CCH. Okay, so let's see. The Godly Girl plus Wonder Woman and Captain America fangirl asks or says, I stay out too late. Got nothing in my brain. At least that's what people say. Mm-mm, that's what people say. But I keep cruising. Can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the hater's gonna hate, 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 hate. Baby, I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off. Yeah. Okay. And thanks for the lyrics. I think that helps. I feel better now. So, uh, and yeah, I did see Dwayne Johnson lip sync it. That was cool. And yeah, cool. Thanks for the lyrics. Okay, Elias asks, okay, and here are a few questions. So I'm gonna first do the sing, which is I don't want no scrubs. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side for his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side on his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Okay, uh, that's all I can kind of remember offhand. I did listen to that song like 4 or 5 times today, so I was a little prepared. Okay, DCH, do you have any pets? No, I don't, but I do consider my game like a pet. I love taking care of it. Uh, but I don't always take care of it well, so I just realized that I have to also take care of it well. Um, do I want pets? I think at this point, I don't necessarily, I would love a pet, but dude, if I'm traveling, I feel like I need to travel around. I need to go to different places to finish parts of the project, and I might even do a little tour. So you tell me how I can handle a pet with that in a convenient way. I don't know if that'll be good. It might be good. I just don't know. You let me know. So that's why I don't have a pet, but I wanted a plant at least, but even carrying a plant around could be challenging. Um, okay. And also, why don't you have a car? Not trying to be mean. I just realized that I don't want anything that I have to be worried about. Okay. If, and okay, fine. Even if I paid for a car in cash and I was at a point where I was going to do that, I was like, what am I going to do with this thing? For me, spending $20,000 to $50,000 on a car is not worth it to me for a few reasons. One is the people that I have to deal with when I have a car, from the gas station, and then also if your car breaks down or you need repairs, whatever, and how much they charge you, and I feel they rip you off. Because look, I come from the internet. In the car, for every mile you use it, for every minute you use it, it costs money. Literally, you have to fill up the gas again. On the internet, if you use the internet for the whole day, you probably spend $1 at most, probably, or something. Like it's like now it's come down to like $1. You can get it for free. But if you use a car for the whole day, like truly for the whole day, it could cost $200 to $300 or $400. And then when you go and you ask people, fix my car for me, they want $4,000, $3,000, $2,000. It's just a whole bunch of people that I feel that are sucking away from the genius of the car. And I don't want to deal with those people because they mess up my head. You have to look to live in truth. You have to really be focused, and you have to, and to be focused. That means that I don't want to be around people that are trying to take away money from my main passion, which is to focus on making, Doodle Club and Chroma Club and to inspire players to do projects, especially if I don't need that thing. I don't need a car. Maybe I needed a car to impress people, but guess what? Um, the way the world works now is that all the people that are so helping me, I've never even met them. So who am I trying to impress? The people that I don't really need to be around? Like, it's pretty ruthless. I know it's ruthless. It's stuff that you don't get, but if you're in when you get a job, you'll see. And it depends on the job you get. But if you're in a job where you're being super creative and innovative and it's ruthless what you need to do. You need to be extremely focused. You need to be the best, and you need to be living in truth. You need to be honest. And it's funny. I talked to someone who's like who can afford a car, who can pay for a car in cash too. And well, okay, so they can pay for a car right now in cash, okay? And they don't want to because they know it's a waste of money. Because they're like, how is it that you pay $50,000 for a car and then the next week after you drive it for 1 week, it's down to 30,000? Like it loses so much value. So, and they're like, what's funny is now that I have money, I don't care what other people think. So I don't know. I don't know what to think, dude. I think then also it's funny because also I've been trying to avoid using a car too at all. And someone was like, well, why do that? And I was like, think about it. Think about how, as a like I said, I'm going to be vegan till at least Sunday night. And I was just thinking about it. I was like, wow, being a vegan, yeah, you know, I don't know. I'd like being a vegan. I need to be more nourished. I feel like I've lost a lot of weight, so I need to figure out a way to keep nourished. But what I realize is that I don't know if I can go back to eating all that garbage and junk food, like pizza and cheese and processed meat and whatever. And I don't want to start the bad habit again. Okay. So, and then I was like, wow, I'm willing to protect chickens from cruelty because you see what happens to these chickens who are made to serve you chicken nuggets and what it's really not humane. Okay. And then I was like, look at what happens to the cows who have to be forced to give milk. Do you think that's really fair to them? And then I was like, I'm so respectful for these animals, but look at all the damage that trying to get oil has caused on other human beings in this world. Millions of lives lost, anger, hatred, destruction. What about cruelty free driving, dude? Until it's completely there, like until there's like a vegan option for cars, then I'm not going to consider getting a car. Because, okay, now that they have electric stuff, maybe. But but even then, I don't want a car bill every month of like $2,000 when until I can totally live in truth with my game, I'm not going to commit to any big purchases until I can live in truth because I've noticed and I've seen what has happened. I've known people who have become billionaires, okay? And and I just think it was just little and I was like, wow, how close was I to becoming a billionaire? And I was like, why didn't I? Why didn't I necessarily have that kind of financial success or whatever, even creative success? And I was like, it's because I wasn't completely honest. I didn't live in truth. And sometimes why don't we live in truth? Because it's inconvenient. It's really inconvenient right now for me to learn all the missing math that I'm missing to finish up the doodle world. But because I'm committed to living in truth, I was like, I have to learn this. Before I might have said, you know what? I have to find another way. Yeah, I can try to look for another way, but look, sometimes living in truth is hard. When you don't have a car, people think you might, at least local, like, people in person, they may think you're stupid. They may think you're uneducated. And you have to have the confidence and the skill, by the way, to understand. And I do. I feel like I have this skill because I know I can do programming. I know a fair amount of math. I can see that I can see that. And I've played the game where you try to cater to other people's opinions and considerations. You dress up with the certain clothes and whatever. And I've seen where it's led to. Isn't that funny that trying to impress certain people or trying to quote make money in a way that I'm not passionate about has cost me more money than it actually made me? It's cost me billions of dollars. And and so I just need to live in truth. And anything that can get in the way of me living in truth is stuff that I have to eliminate. So anything like a heavy mortgage, a large mortgage, or um, a car, or any other situation or bad habit that's going to get in my way, I'm terminating. I've terminated. And I'm trying to find miracle habits, habits that allow me to live in truth, live my life as a miracle. So that's why I don't have a car. Now you let me know how I can deal, and also, like I said, the people that you have to deal with when you have a car, they don't inspire me. You don't realize this, but I think the society and the world will realize it. There's certain people when you talk to them, you lose tremendous amounts of vision. You lose your imagination. It gets robbed from you. All the genius you had gets lost. Just talking to them for even a minute. Okay, yeah, probably a minute or two. It could ruin your whole day. And for me, as trying to live in creative truth and spirit and whatever, I can't deal with those people, especially if I don't need to. So I think what's happening to the world is that most people are just living. They have to live in truth. The technology is forcing people to live in truth because before people were living a lie, but now the technology, people can just the right code to live a lie better than most people can live a lie. So now it's harder for people to live a lie. So I just have to live in truth. Okay? Because I may not even get paid for it. That's the one benefit of living in truth. Like, look, we said now we have 6 days left. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, I'm we can pray for a miracle, but we said there's 6 days until whatever. So um, I'm just going to say that the one good thing about living in truth is if you fail or it doesn't work out or whatever, at least you enjoyed the experience. When you live a lie and it doesn't work out, like I've made games where I was like, oh, I'm going to do this to make money, and it cost me billions of dollars in opportunity. I'm not kidding. Maybe one day I'll tell you the exact story, but it's crazy. And not only did it not work out, I didn't enjoy the experience and it created bad habits in me. So I just want to live in truth, and I hope and anything that causes me to have baggage like a car or whatever at this point in my life is not something I'm going to consider. So that's why I don't have a car. The reason I went on this long rant is because I just wanted to clarify it and clarify it for myself. Okay, do I watch dank memes? I've heard of them. I haven't watched any recently. Are they still popular? I thought they kind of faded out. Let me know. And finally, DCH, can you set up a PO box for fan mail? Yes, I do have a PO box for fan mail. So feel free to send me fan mail. Let me know if you need the PO box, and I'll send it to you. Okay, the fabulous M asks, I can't delete my club. A white screen pops up. How can I fix this? When the screen pops up, scroll up and you'll see the buttons yes and no. Tap yes, and then you'll be fine. Now, Miss Muffet Doodles, aka Dory the Know-It-All, asks, what is the virtual world? Is it a part of Doodle Club or what? It'll hopefully be blended. It'll be a little mix, but it'll be a doodle world that allows me to express the goal of inspiring players and people to do projects, the project experience in a better and in a higher fidelity. So that's what it's going to be about. Or it'll provide more project opportunities for players too. Okay, Pharaoh, Adam, Yami asks DCH, what's your favorite food? Well, as a vegan right now, my favorite food has been, I would say, spicy rice noodles. udon noodles, like some kind of seasoned udon noodles. Second favorite was vegan nachos, which I liked. As for favorite food overall, I would say pad thai. Really depends on the mood, but I really like pad thai. You can make it vegetarian, and you can also make it with meat once if I'm not going to be vegan sometime or whatever. So I would say pad thai or some of these noodle things like Thai food or noodle recipes that are fried noodles and stuff like that. Okay, Callie Cat asks, "What's your favorite video game?" The upcoming Doodle World is truly what I'm excited about, provided I can pull it off. But to live in that truth, I have to develop the skills to do that in a quick way, and I'm focused on doing that. So we'll see. Okay, Shattered asks, DCH, I've been told and seen that the godly girl is your pet. Others, including myself, have felt as though she gets special privileges. Explanation? What privileges does she get? First of all, I mean, I have to be fair. Godly Girl has been supportive of the YouTube channel and also supportive of the Doodle World, especially several weeks ago when I was a little concerned about it. Now, I don't know if that was just trying to be nice, but it did help me. So psychologically, it helped me be more positive about the Doodle World. So I appreciate that from Godly Girl. As for privileges, she is not a mod. She doesn't have any other special privileges that anyone else doesn't have. So you let me know what privileges those are. She maybe asks me more questions and I answer them more, but I've answered pretty much everyone's questions on my wall. But let me know if I missed something, and I'm open to reconsidering that. Okay, the Godly Girl plus Wonder Woman and Captain America fangirl. Speaking of which, are you a brony? No, I'm not, but I think it is being a My Little Pony fan. But yeah, I know about My Little Pony. Also, I was thinking, what if every human being on Earth was a tiger? And their stripes represented their personality. Like zigzag lines meant a little crazy, not sane. Straight lines meant kind of quiet and shy, doesn't talk much. Zebra lines means average. Stair lines means you like to be challenged, etc., etc. What kind of stripes do you think you'd have? Mine would probably be a mix of stair, lines, zigzag, and straight. And I agree. Actually, I feel like everyone feels that way. They feel like they're not sane, and they do feel like they're kind of shy. And most people are shy until they can feel they're not going to be criticized, and then they're more open. And do you like to be challenged? No. I do like to be challenged, but I feel like most people, they say they want to be challenged, but when the challenge happens, they may not necessarily continue with it. But I feel like, yeah, I'm uh, stair line, zigzag, and straight. That would be me too. Steven Universe asks, what is the word double quote that I see in places on Doodle Club? It's because to save some of the double quotes in stories and projects, we had to use the word double quote because the actual quote symbol messes up some of the programming codes. So it's a glitch. So if you see that, like it's an error, if you see that, let me know. I know you've probably seen it in some of the Portal Week and some of the Quest Week projects that I've covered. But if you see that in actual Doodle Club projects, let me know so I can check it out and we can figure out a way to fix it this week. Okay, finally, Bendy the Dancing Demon asks, DCH, how long does it take you to make every one of your pictures? Most of them are screenshots, so it really doesn't take long. It's just setting up the screenshot and then posting them on, so maybe 5 minutes. As for the actual doodling ones that I doodle, I really only spend 5 or 10 minutes on them. I don't spend that much time on them. I think I might start doing that some more because I've picked up the digital music piano app, and um, it's cool, but I don't know. It's good. It's one part of creativity, the music apps, but I want to get back into drawing for another part of my own creativity. So, um, but yeah, it's more for my own creativity. I understand a lot of you are offended that I don't necessarily draw Picasso art or whatever, like totally detailed art. But for me, as I said, I'm a project artist and I'm more focused on inspiring and expressing the whole project feeling that I want to share with the world. So that's it for today. Thanks again for all of the questions. Take care and embrace the power of the doodle.